Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Journals, and I'm here with a memory plan with me for the week of the 15th of October 2019 in my Erin Condren vertical colourful live planner using this Morello Paperie kit. Ooh, I was going to use different washi. Sorry, distracted myself here. By Morello Paperie, I've got Morello Paperie overlays, I've got my normal stickers pulled out there. Then I've got foil overlays from my own shop, so these are the new Tinies collection. These are either in silver or hollow. These are oops, they are miscut or, you know, badly foiled. And I've got some foil overlays from my shop and from Fabulously Planned, who I do not recommend, but I have them, so I'm going to use them up. So that's what I am working with today. So let's open up to the correct week, which is this one here. So we've got the full bottom washi, so let's get that straight down. And I think I've used the date covers and I didn't pull out any, but I'm not sure I really want those date covers. I don't know, Morello Paperie kit. Yeah, I used the date covers, so I might need to pull in some date covers, but we'll have a think about that as we go along. So let's get this down. She uses a removable matte paper, so I think I'm going to need to white out the lines underneath. So that's the bottom washi. Let's move on to the sidebar next, and then I'll make a decision about date covers. So, sidebar, let's have a look at our boxes and our full box overlays. I tend to only use 2 glitter headers in these spreads, so I want to just use one in the sidebar. Hang on, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, she does 7. Though I could actually just use 3 and 1 in the sidebar. Yeah, why not? Let's just use one of the blues in the sidebar and actually do like 3 glitter headers a day. Just for a bit of a change, because I've got them and they're foiled, so there's no point in wasting them. So I've got that, and then I'm going to have my Monday through Sunday box next. I don't know why I haven't laid my stickers out so I can see them easily, but I haven't, so... There we go, we got there in the end. So that is our sidebar. I found that really hard to put together for some reason. I'm going to go through and pop glitter headers on. I'm going to stagger them and I'm going to use all 3 colours over the 3 headers. So that is all of the glitter headers down except Saturday, which I've intentionally left because I think we're going to need at least 1 day extender on Saturday, so I don't want to put it down. And I think I am going to pull it in date covers. Maybe I'm not actually. Is there any there's no deco either though. Let's have a look at the silver date covers. I think I'm going to use these ones from Handcrafted by Cherie. So I need to Tipex out the dates for those, I think. So this is another new sheet that came out recently, and this is my new style of date dots. So these are again oops, they're too far cut down at the bottom. I basically only use oops from my own shop. If in doubt, assume it's an oops. I will probably tell you if it's an actual sticker sheet because it happens so rarely. That's not the first 14. I just wanted to use these because A, I wanted to show you, and B, I really like them. Hence why I made them. Just realised I left the glitter headers off this day when I meant to leave them off Friday, so I'm just going to move those. Basically my nephew was born on this day, the 18th. I don't know why I decided in my head it was a Saturday. I suppose it's because Saturdays are usually my busier day. I don't know. So I'd sort of got it in my head that it was that day, but it wasn't. It was Friday. It was very definitely Friday. Because we went to see him on the Saturday, which actually might mean we put a day extender on Saturday, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. There we go. So there is the basis down. Look at all the foil. Fabulous. So let's get on with the day by day. Starting of course with the Monday, and as you know, well, I've got another 6 full boxes. So there's going to be one on most days, certainly. I'm throwing things on the floor, that's why I'm like, what's going on? Was the washi sheet I threw on the floor. In fact, while I remember, I'm going to put in the weekend banner because otherwise I will forget about it and never use it. I'm rubbish at using weekend banners. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it... Oh no, I can't put it down the bottom because I've got events that happened. Hold please. My mum was at my sister's the entire week. So I'm just going to bob that down on this washi strip here. And actually I really like that cut end up, except... I'm going to Tipex out the bottom. Oh god, sticking things everywhere. I threw my Tipex on the floor, didn't I? Oh, it's so far away. Cute, so we now have the washi down to mark Mum being away, and I'm just going to use this flag here, like that, to mark it. And I've pulled out some other stickers, or other stickers have got like stuck at the bottom. I don't really know what they're for. And best moment of the week in my sidebar has got to be meeting my baby nephew. So we've just got these footprints there for that. There we go. We now actually have the basis of the kit down. Weekend banner, that's what I was doing, isn't it? Oh my god, I'm so forgetful. So there we go. Weekend banner is in, so let us move on to Monday, as I've been trying to do for a little while. So the problem with this header is that now full boxes at the bottom are going to have to go over this washi, but we'll deal with that as we go along. So Monday, I need to switch my sticker sheets over. Kapow! Kapow! I might have the sticker sheet here just to make it easier. So Monday morning, the first thing to mark is that I had work, and I'm just going to mark that on its own. Then I'm going to pull in this washi strip to say that I was feeling really out of it. So I've just got this like little confused spoonie. It was an on-call shift, so next I'm just going to mark that, and I think I'm going to spread these 3 things out. It's the problem with putting your glitter headers down in advance, that you like have to commit to 3 or 4 things in a box, and sometimes I don't want to do that. Next I'm going to mark Rangers, and I think my text is going to be about Rangers. So basically, in short, my problem is that I've got 6 full boxes, so I need to fit one on most days, which is going to be tricky. So then we've got self-defense to mark. I want a little thing for self-defense, I think. And then we did some stuff with the guidelines, and the Rangers were not great. So let's put in a thinnish strip of washi to mark that as well. And that's what my text is going to be about. So I'm going to just pop my text underneath that. Is that enough room for my text though? It's going to have to be. I'm just going to have to live with these things. And then full box. Cool. Maybe I don't need to mark that my mum's gone all week. Maybe that's the solution. As long as I just know it in my head. So normally I use the things, and normally I hate that if I haven't used them, but because I've got so many full boxes, I think I'm not going to use them, just to give myself a bit more space to write, because otherwise I'm not going to have any space to write. I'm going to do the foil overlays generally at the end, I think, maybe. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, Tuesday I'm going to start at the bottom, and Tuesday I should have plenty of space, so it should be fine, but who knows? It never works out that way, does it? So at the end of the day I planned in a bed, and let's put that in a little thing. And I've just got this crafty rat who is shut. I've got the opportunity to get lots of ratties before she's like full shut, but yeah. Then I did some work on the shop after guides. that's just to mark that the traffic was awful, and then we'll put my text in here. I feel like there is room for a bar, oh well, a checklist, but that's fine. And then at the top we will put a full box, that's the word I'm looking for. So that's Tuesday all finished. Wednesday, there's just so much to mark everywhere. Wednesday before work I was feeling super down, so I actually called my mum on my way to work to cheer myself up a bit, because she was at my sister's and my sister had gone to get checked over at the hospital, because she was at this point 9 days late. I'm just going to pop those stickers either side of that box, and then it was time for work. So just got that to mark being at work. Nothing happened with my sister's being checked out. She wasn't yet in labour. Then I had a productive morning at work. So let's pull in a half box. First half box of the actual spread. Oofed. Does it actually fit? We might have to pull up the work sticker and move it a bit. I came home and I did some editing. Fabulous. And then the cats came to move into our room for the weekend because not just because they did, because my mum's friend was coming for the weekend, so we moved the cats in and then had an early night. And I think I'm probably not going to mark the early night so that I've got space to mark about moving the cats in and stuff, so I'm just going to put a bit of text about the cats moving in there. And then finally my full box. Right, my problem here is if I keep alternating between these and these, I'm going to end up with, it depends, I need to decide what day I'm not going to put a full box on. Okay, so that's our full boxes and overlays. That's the word I'm looking for, down. And I love it. Yeah, so he's born on this day. So I can put the glitter headers in for that day, and then these can get out of the way as well. The thing is, I might still add another day extender on other days, but we will see how we're getting on. That's the plan. So this should use up all but our pale blue foil fetty headers. So we've just got those two foil fetty headers left, which we can pull in as washi if we need them, but otherwise that is going. And there we go. So now we can go back to Thursday and actually working on the day. So Thursday I was on work and I was on call. I was managing to be productive and worked on my audit. So let's start marking some of these things down. So I have to say, Emily has stunning designs, but I never feel like I've got enough boxes with her kits. And I know it's partly the way I use kits, because I just use up all of the boxes and I don't use like a, I'm not a standard full box a day kind of gal, but still I'm like, no, need more boxes all the time. But to be fair, I'm like that with most people's kits other than like Anna's. I'm even like that now with Anna's when I don't have my glitter add-on, because I'm so used to having the glitter add-on now that I'm like, ugh, there's not enough boxes in a normal kit. And it's just me being like, I need all of the boxes. I mean, if I used full heart checklists, I'd have loads of stickers, because I always have those left, but I just don't. I used to cut them up, to be fair, but Emily's kits don't really lend themselves for that either. Emily is the owner of Morello Paperie I, by the way. because to cut them up you have to cut off the top and bottom as well, which I could do, to be fair, and I might do if I'm really struggling. Then my mum's friend came over, even though she was still at my sister's, so I'm just going to mark that. I was going to initially mark it with a strip of washi, but she arrived. Then I did some foiling, which I'm just going to mark on a thin washi strip, and looked for a bike. My mum's friend's quite into bikes and stuff, so it was quite good to chat to her while I was doing it. And in fact, my bit of text might be about that, so I might just pop the bike down there so that I can write my text around it. So that is Thursday. On to Friday, and this is where I'm going to sort of talk about some of what happened this day. Obviously, as I said, some of it's my sister's information, so I feel a bit odd, but basically I will talk through my day and just stick down the stickers as I go. I might get ahead of myself or behind myself. I might get a bit like, oh, when I'm talking about this, because it wasn't great for anybody. So I had a dentist appointment in the morning, which I was really anxious about because my gums had been really, really sore. So I went to my dentist appointment, came out my dentist appointment, rang mum, who basically said Verity was in labour and she'd gone to the hospital. They were very keen to get baby out as quickly as possible, and I was a bit like, huh? Because that's not normally something they would say, but they'd said it, and I was a bit like, does that mean something's going on? So yeah, then I went to try and, sorry, it was hard. I went to go and try and buy a bike after my research the night before. Whilst I was there, I got a phone call from my mum saying they were going for an emergency cesarean section because baby heartbeat wasn't responding very well. It wasn't sort of picking back up after contractions. So I spent the next hour and a half on the phone to my mum, trying to keep her okay, trying to sort of reassure ourselves that things would be okay. Then we got the fantastic news that my sister had a little baby boy, so that's going to go there, and I think I am going to need another day extender. Do I sort it now? Let's jump to the bottom. Yeah, so I got the fantastic news that she'd had a little baby boy, but they were having a close eye kept on them outside of theatre in recovery, just because of how they thought her waters had actually broken on Wednesday, not long after she'd had her checkup, but because she didn't have like a gush of her waters breaking, they hadn't really realised, and they hadn't sort of accepted that was her waters breaking. So they hadn't gone to hospital and they hadn't been checked over. So they were keeping a close eye on them there. Then they decided that they both had sort of a low grade temperature. They decided to give both of them IV antibiotics, both my sister and my little nephew, who currently does not have a name at this point. They decided to give him intravenous antibiotics. He didn't need to go to the intensive care unit or anything. They were just going to leave him on the post-birth ward with Verity, my sister, and give him antibiotics. So they did that. Later that day, when he had his baby checks, one of the doctors thought there was something a little bit off with how he looked, and basically they were worried that he had Down syndrome. So they told us that they told my sister and her husband that they were going to be doing some testing for Down syndrome. But the testing wouldn't be done till the Monday because it is a sort of test that doesn't run over the weekend. So yeah, it was a bit of an emotional day. Very up and down. So like up at the dentist, up that she was in labour and my baby was coming, very, very down that she needed to have the emergency C-section because baby was struggling. Fantastic. I have a baby nephew. Oh no, he needs antibiotics. Oh no, they're going to do testing for Down syndrome. And then I just couldn't sleep because I was so stressed out. There isn't any room for text on that day. What I think I might do is I might peel these stickers up. My problem is I don't need a whole other 2 boxes. I just need another 1 box. And actually if I put a day extender in, I've got another 2 boxes. So I might just leave it without text. I think it probably speaks enough for itself. And I don't really need text. So anyway, because of all that, although I wasn't going to go and see them until they were home, I did go and see them on the Saturday, which was lovely. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say. He doesn't have Down syndrome. It was an abundance of caution, but it was hard. So yeah, right, moving on. Let's talk about Saturday. So I had orders I needed to get done before we decided, me and my dad decided we were going to go and see my sister. I feel like my boyfriend went somewhere. I feel like he went home this day. So it was just, I don't remember. Anyway, my boyfriend wasn't at home this day. So anyway, so I got up and did cutting. I wasn't really sleeping still and I needed to sort those orders out, so I got that done. And then this is just for the fact that I was really struggling to focus. My mum's friend obviously left. So yeah, and then I'm just going to pop in a washi strip for the drive down. In the car drive down I did some planning, which I seem to have lost my planning sticker. I'm gonna nick one from, I don't have one for the next day. So that's just to mark planning in the car. And then I got to meet baby, and baby had a name by this point, so he is named Felix Robert. Robert is my brother-in-law's late father's name, so he both has his own name, Felix, and a sentimental name for everybody. And then I'm going to put my text in here about meeting Felix and seeing Verity and Glenn. He is absolutely gorgeous. Then Glenn was struggling quite a bit that day. I think the day before had just been so overwhelming for everybody. It was quite difficult because everyone was a bit like didn't know how to react to everything because it had been so up and down, up and down, up and down. You know what? I'm really running out of stuff. I might just mark going to Nando's, which is me, mum and dad went to Nando's there. I might just mark that like that. Like I'm really running a bit low on stickers here. And then just mark the drive home underneath here like that. That'll do it just fine. So that was Saturday. Sunday we had a choir workshop. So let's just fold that out and we're on to our last sheet of stickers. Still could not sleep very well at all. I didn't really sleep until the results came back. Just for a lot of reasons. My sister is my best friend and always has been one of my best friends. Her and my mum, between them, basically have been my best friends my entire life. So yeah, I have all the time in the world for her, and I just want her to be okay. So yeah, I did lots of work on sticker orders that day in the morning, and then I did some editing. But as I say, I was on the struggle bus. So I'm just gonna use the "this is fine," even though it did not feel fine. I don't really know what to use to put this sticker over. Just use there, and then the "this is fine" over the middle of them. That works. Then it was time for our choir workshop, which I'm going to use this movie marquee for. So it's choir workshop there. So that's that bit. And then we went out for a meal, and I'm gonna pop this over 2 of these. What colour do I want to use? I think I'm going to use the pale blue. So we went out for a meal after the choir workshop, and I was getting myself really anxious and really worked up, which is what I'm going to put my text about. And I always seem to manage to put my text next to each other, no matter where I put it. Then after that, I did some editing. I'm going to put this edit over the build due there, and then I'll write like "plan with me" in that gap. That will work. I might need to pull that up a tiny bit to fit this underneath. And that's just going to be it for filming my "plan with me." Look at that. Sorted. Just about got everything to fit in the end. So the stickers I have left that I'd pulled out are these 5, if I can count them. Then from the kit we have nothing on the 4-box sheet, which I've lost here. Nothing on the 4-box sheet. We've got the scripts and a cancelled there. Lots of the headers left. We've got the checklists, another build due, plan. We've got the heart checklists, the bottom bit of washi, one little thing, and the icons. So that's all I've got left from that kit. It's nice. Got there in the end without having to pull much else in. And that's the finished spread before the pen. I'm going to go through and write everything in, but we're also going to add some little sparkles. So I'll probably go and do those 2 things. So I've got hollow and silver here, so we'll just use I use silver where I can, so the stars, the bows and the sparkles, but I definitely want to pull in some hearts as well. And these might go over icons, they might go over full boxes, but I will pull those in as well as write everything in. But I am going to take a couple of minute break, which you're not going to notice, so I don't know why I'm telling you. So I just discovered that my camera had died in the time I've been writing this in. I mean, it would have been super sped up for you anyway, but I've put some little bits of foil in as well. So like these hearts and stars and bows and stuff. But yeah, I've lost a load of footage. My camera died, and most of the time when it dies, it saves the footage, but it didn't for some reason. So it like makes noise if it saves, but it didn't make the noise, and I was like, oh no. So here we have the finished spread. I apologise again that you missed some of the writing. So we do have 2 day extenders. So we've got this one on the day Felix was born and this one on the day of the choir workshop there. I am living for day extenders, and yeah, it makes me be able to use 6 full boxes in a spread, which obviously I don't normally do. I say that flicking back, I haven't planned. Non-filmed weeks are just not filled in. The basis might be down, but that's probably it. So I'm loving all the little tiny sparkles of foil. They are available in the shop, and if you are watching today, the shop is 20% off. The day this video comes out, the shop is 20% off with no code, and 25% off, which is the best discount I've ever offered, with Black Friday 19. So go, go, go. And there are tiered freebies, and yeah, date dots and the tinies are in the shop, as well as a Christmas countdown. Yay! And some other new releases. Check out my Instagram or Facebook group for those. Anyway, rather than blabbering about that, let's go over the stickers and where they're from. So the kit is from Morello Paperie, and the baby themed, so 1, 2, 3 full box overlays are from her. This full box overlay and this full box overlay, the heart like glove ones, are from Fabulously Planned, and the other 2 are mine. The date covers are handcrafted by Cherie. The date dots are my own. And I'm just going to go over, while I'm zoomed out, the 2 day extenders. So this is from Fox and Cactus, who from here on out will be Foctus. This is Georgina the Librarian. This one's me, and this one's Fox and Cactus. And then down here we've got Once More With Love, Ginger Cat Co, me, and Toffee Bananas, who is now called Papershire, and then all the tiny sparkles are from me. So yeah, that's all of those bits. So let's actually move on to the sidebar and zoom in. So Best Bits header is mine. If you want them, I can do them as custom. The Loving and Excited For are from Plannerface. Disclaimer, I do get a discount at Plannerface, but you can use Tilly10 to save there. I get a discount from promoting for her shop. Oh, these footprints are... oh my god, what's the shop name? Christian Designs at Michael's. God, that was hard to remember. Hopefully you could actually see that sticker when I was describing that. Once More With Love, Foctus, me, Cherie, Coffee Monsters Co, Paper and Milk, Cherie, Choco and Mimi, me, Creativity and Ink, Crafty Rat Designs. Sad that she's shut. This is also Crafty Rat Designs. Coffee Monsters Co, Ginger Cat Co, Curious Cat, something like that. Once More With Love and Foctus. On this page, me, I'm just trying to point out things I haven't. Foctus, Once More With Love, Sadie Sticker, me, Fox and Cactus. The stethoscope, I think, is from, I don't know what the shop's called, sorry. Me, Coffee Monsters Co, Christian Designs at Michael, Foctus, Once More With Love, Foctus, Once More With Love, Foctus, The Paper Leaf Fox, me, Foctus, Creativity in Ink, Foctus, Christian Designs at Michael, Foctus, Coffee Monsters Co, Cherie, Coffee Monsters Co, Once More With Love, me, JD's Crafts, me, Foctus, Harriet Wright Designs, me, Foctus, and that is everything, because I told you the other bits. So let's shut those 2 again and give you one last viv wiggle. I'm loving how much foil it is, only appropriate for the week my first nephew or niece was born. He is so lovely, and he is 7 weeks old. I can't believe it. It's just flying by. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down below whether you've got any nieces or nephews, and let me know down below what you've shopped Black Friday sales and Cyber Monday for sales. I've been pretty good. I've only bought from Crafty Rat Designs because I'm trying to be good. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye! I found the missing sticker!
Yay!